for some Week 5 action in the GMC between the Princeton Vikings and your Mason Comets. Princeton leads the GMC so far. The Comets trying to get their way up in a big win here. My name's Isaac Barlow alongside my broadcast partner today, Trevor Rose. And Trevor, probably one of the biggest games the Comets circled this year. How do you think it's going to go?
Great battle between two good teams. Mason, obviously, record-wise, 1-3. It doesn't show that they're maybe good, but any GMC team can be good, especially early on in the season. A slump here and there. Comets, they didn't get off to a great start last year, too. You saw them losing a lot early.
So we're live for kickoff here. Should be Cole Kimball letting it go. Here's we're live. Comets will take it back as a touchback. As the Comets will get their first possession going here. Princeton won the toss and elected to defer. So there's many athletes on this team, Trevor. Multiple guys with 3 stars, D1.
This team, this Princeton team is really good. They're 3-1 this year, only lost against Moeller. Their offense and defense have been both very solid this year.
Will be Ashton Schaaf under center today. Noah Reed will hold on to the first completion of the game. And Trevor, we weren't really sure he was going to be under center today. There was Ashton Schaaf had that concussion, and he was kind of day to day.
It was either Ashton Schaaf or they went to Kaiser Wilhelm this week. And I like how the Comets started off the first play. Princeton, their 8th in GMC with pass yards allowed with 194.5 per game, which is great way to attack it.
Schaaf gives it. Adesanya trying to get his season going. He gets a couple there. It'll be a third and manageable for the Comets.
Yeah, the Comets coming into this game, they haven't been the greatest when it comes to rushing yards. 262 rushing yards, 9th in the GMC, 65 rushing yards a game. Only averaging about 1.8 yards a carry this season. See if we can pick up that running game. If the Comets can pick up this running game, this game will be a tight one. I'll say that for sure.
Comets need to get this first down here on third and manageable, 3rd and 4. Schaaf will look to pass over the screen to CJ. Kastner, he's right by the marker. They'll mark him just a bit short.
About a half a yard short.
And you would only think, Comets being the underdog, do they go here?
I would absolutely go for it, but it looks like they locked on to it.
Comets are relying on their defense. They've been great all year long. They're going to be the part of this team that's going to have to come in clutch if they want to stay in this game against Princeton. Back to return will be Antonio Hunter. He brought one back 81 yards last year against the Comets. As Princeton offense didn't have any touchdowns, it was all special teams. That one's almost blocked. Hunter will fair catch to about the Comets' 48-yard line.
Antonio Hunter, the Vikings will take over first down.
Comets defense, very much of a bright spot coming out for Mason in a really not the greatest year that they've had. They've only allowed 56 points scored on this defense, which is 3rd in the GMC. Defensively, they're 5th overall. They've only allowed about 242 yards per game, 968 total yards. Their big key to this, big key to what they are is turnovers. They have 10 turnovers. They're averaging about 2.5 a game. What they need to do is they really need to stop the quarterback, D'Angelo Birch. Tonight.
Birch will look back to pass, finds an easy man. It'll be Murray. Landon Murray, one of the guys for this Princeton team that has multiple D1 offers to big Big Ten schools, Michigan, Nebraska. You can count on days. He's a junior. And one of the stories of the game, D'Angelo Birch actually is a transfer from Mason. It's his second year for Princeton. and it was kind of the battle between Birch. So he'll take it here. He's got speed to the outside. So he gets a big run going here. Birch kind of a dual threat quarterback.
Yeah, that fooled everybody. I'm not going to lie. I thought the ball went inside, and we swallowed him up. Bowers. One thing that I was saying that we need to do is we need to have someone on a spy at all times during this game on number 18. 18 is your spy guy the entire game. You cannot have someone not be on him.
It's early in this game. Princeton already in the red zone. It'll be Hambrick and Birch. Hambrick will fake. It will be Murray again. He's wrapped up by Westa for about 5. And early in this game, the Comets got to get a hold here as Princeton's already inside the 20.
That's something that the Comets are able to do. They have been good in the red zone defensively. They're doing phenomenal in the red zone. But again, they've allowed 58 total points and 14 points a game, so let's see how they do today.
As Birch with the triple option, and it is wide open. Touchdown as Antonio Hunter walks in for his second touchdown in as many years against the Comets. And Trevor, got to feel like that was a little too easy for Princeton.
The triple option offense is something that has definitely worked for a lot of teams, but now forget the touchdown. Here on the extra point, make sure that they won't go for 2. D'Angelo Birch is their holder, so make sure he doesn't sprint out for a pass.
Extra point is up, and it is perfect. As the Vikings strike early here on their own turf. As Princeton last week won on a game-winning field goal against Lakota East. Lakota East, we saw, they kind of turned it on after they beat Mason. They started to get that running game going. They're doing a great job down there on the east side.
One thing that they steered away from in this game against Princeton last week was definitely Chauncey Peck. He only had 3 carries in that game. If he would have gotten the ball more, I think it would have come with more production. Ryder Hooks got most of the carries, but also Kidna threw the ball so many times against this Princeton defense, which is 8th in the GMC in passing yards allowed, which is something that I think the Comets will need to implement tonight in order to have a great game.
As Princeton has played pretty much the gauntlet of Cincinnati. He started off with Moeller, played Lakota West, got that win, and then Lakota East. Talking about Cincinnati, St. X is up on Moeller in the first couple minutes of the game.
Wow.
As that will be the story. Already sold out in the first couple of days. As the Comets' second possession here, 3 and out. We'll see if the Comets elect to stay with Ashton Schaaf. Of course, in the second possession, you would think, but later on in this game, if they can't get anything going, we're at week 5, and we haven't seen a lot of progress from Ashton Schaaf. So we'll see if the Comets elect to keep him in or if they go to a different look in Kaiser Wilhelm.
It's all dependent on, if you're a coach, what you want to do. Looks like they'll come out, and this is a different line than what we've seen. A freshman, Garby, injured this week with a concussion, will not be playing in this game.
As Schaaf will look to pass, it will be a fake. So he'll be lit up in the backfield. Only a couple in the first down.
It was a kind of a draw play. They weren't really able to get up to that next level for the Comets. Let's see what they can do here. Now second down and about 8 to go.
Ashton Schaaf played in this game last year. It was one of his first games as a Comet. He struggled mightily, 6 for 20 for 63 yards and did have 2 interceptions. Senior year, last time he'll play this Princeton team. We'll see if he can get anything going here. Second down, as it will be.
There is a flag.
Offsides. It'll be a false start, excuse me, on the Comets.
Still second down.
Jumped early, be second and behind the sticks.
Yeah, now about second down and 13. And we'll go ahead. Left side, we'll highlight the offensive line here. Two new guys playing today in this game. Tommy Sparling, number 78, playing guard. And then the sophomore, number 76, Andy Hutton, playing tackle. Two new guys in the rotation, as well as, it looks like Joey Oscar playing center. And Liam Davidson still at tackle.
As Coach Brian Kastner not happy with his team as he used his first time out here. And Trevor, kind of talking about coaches, especially for Princeton, they got Coach Andre Parker. He's entering his third year for Princeton. He has a 23-6 overall record for them, and he was the coach of Winton Woods in this past years, and he had 6 years for them. Made all playoff appearances, 2 state semifinal runs, so he definitely knows what he's doing. And he's had a 77-30 coaching record. Coach Kastner, as we've said, he's been pretty good the last couple of years, but he's going to have to get those key wins and those signature wins in a game like this against Princeton.
As you have written here, last 3 have been his biggest seasons. Last year, a year where not many people expected the Comets to go as far as they did, went all the way, played on this field against Moeller, got blown out 38-3 in that game. But no one expected them to be in that situation to go play Moeller and even have a chance. They had to play Milford to get to Moeller, and they were able to get that done.
Schaaf will be looking. He'll go to the right, try and find guys, and he'll be sacked from behind. On the tackle will be Kylie Jarrett on the wrap-up. And he's a 6'3 edge, 6'3", 205. Had 18 TFLs last year. He holds offers from West Virginia and Toledo. And Trevor, just feels like every single guy that gets a tackle on this team has some type of offer.
This team is very stacked when it comes to being at the highest level, especially when it comes to, being ranked with a star. But all that star stuff doesn't mean anything if you're not having good attitude and effort on the field.
3rd and 14, the Comets will go. Good pass there. Get a couple more, get it almost all back. It'll be a 4th and 3. And it looks like the punt team will trot out there. Second straight 3rd and out for this Comet offense.
Something that cannot be happening if you're the Comets. You cannot be going 3 and out and giving this ball to this Princeton team, which we saw march right down the field and scored in like 3 or 4 plays.
Wilhelm had trouble with the snap last time. This one is good, as there's no fair catch called. Hunter will be wrapped up at the 45.
Yeah, number 8, Nolan Lapthorne, number 19, Emerson Bikey on the tackle. And let's go ahead, highlight this defense, some starters in the middle. Captain Alex Brown, number 37, the middle linebacker. Watch for him to be on your spy tonight against D'Angelo Birch. And then the defensive line, good as always. Very fast, very strong defensive line. Daniel Kopak and Noah Dowers, your 2 ends. Nick Craven's in actually right now.
Birch looking to throw again. Is throwing all day. It'll be Hambrick in the backfield. Has room to run. Get a defender. Keep going. And you'll be about 13 yards. As early in this game, it feels like Princeton has all day to throw. Birch just going through his progressions, and it just feels like the Comets got to kind of bring pressure and kind of get D'Angelo Birch feel a little bit uncomfortable in this game.
The thing is, you don't want to bring too much pressure where you bring all your linebackers down, and if he slips away, he's going to be in the end zone celebrating with his team. But you also have to bring enough pressure where you can't feel too comfortable in the pocket where he has to throw the ball.
Princeton felt very comfortable so far in this game. It'll be Hambrick. It looks like it might have been a hold on Princeton Vikings.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So We are back. Sorry for the interruption as Princeton had a holding call there. First and forever, first and 25 here. 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Birch looks to throw, has someone deep, and it's intercepted. Esta picks it off, and the Comets bring it to the 35. And exactly what you needed for the Comets. Huge play on the defensive end from the safety.
And one thing, this week I was able to sit down with Mason corner Kaiser Wilhelm, and I asked him, are turnovers the identity of this defense? And he's pretty much summed it up, absolutely. That will be their 11th turnover this season that they have forced. The first one for senior corner Preston Esta.
Trevor, I'm no rocket science, but I think right here, first play, I would take a shot towards the end zone.
Oh, absolutely, take a shot. As now rotating in, looks like big Lennon Aguilar playing tackle.
Aguilar, as Schaaf looks to pass, doesn't have any time again. He'll only get a couple.
Number 11, Schaaf. Tackle is made by number 11, Kylie Jarrett.
Kylie Jarrett with the tackle.
It'll be second down for the Comets.
Great job there, gang off the block, able to get inside.
As feels like here, if you're the Comets, you got to get away with points. Interception from D'Angelo Birch. He hasn't had his greatest weeks. Motioning to the right. Schaaf will look to run. Adesanya trying to fight forward, and it just feels like, Trevor, it's just more passive football for the Comets, trying not to be behind the sticks.
Just try to get forward. Obviously, you have to try to get first down. But now you're 3rd and 6, you're 3rd and medium. You're going to have to pass the ball. You're going to have to get through the sticks. Maybe see if you can slip one through to the end zone. See if no one covers him, gets a little easy dump off pass to the end zone for a touchdown. See if they can do it.
Amen to that. As Schaaf, Newhouse motions to the right. Schaaf will look to pass. Miscommunication. Pass was intended for Brendan Dunn. And it feels like you're kind of in that in-between spot, no man's land. 4th and 6. Comets got to go here, it feels like.
Yeah, I think you do have to go here. See, Max Gogol not ready, I don't think, to take the field goal. And maybe we might, we have 2 timeouts already, and honestly, you don't want to burn it, so you have to go for it here. See if you can jump them off sides, get it 4th and 1. And then go for it.
As we've seen, the Comets so far in this game, they've had 3rd down, like 14 we've seen early in this game. The Comets just kind of making 3-yard passes, not passes that if you catch, you're at the first down, but it feels like you're 4th and 6. You got to have at least a 6-yard throw, and you can't rely on your players to get a couple after the play.
Yeah. This is what we call is sticks. You have to go through the sticks.
4th and 6. Huge play for the Comets after the turnover. Interception from the senior Preston Esta. Picked off D'Angelo Birch. As the Comets look like they'll go. Maybe we'll see a hard count here, as you said, try and make it a 4th and 1 manageable. Brendan Dunn to the bottom of your screen. C.J. Kastner in the slot, and Ethan Jordan to the outside.
I want to watch your C.J. Kastner here.
4th down for Comets.
As Kastner will move in motion, will go back. Schaaf looking to throw, has no one, and is going to fight for about 3 or 4. Nothing doing for the Comets. They turn it over on downs, and Charlie, just feels like a golden opportunity just slips through your hands from the interception.
Got the interception, you get it inside, and the offense not able to move the ball. It's a killer. It's a killer. You cannot have that happen, especially if you're Mason offense. Again, we keep preaching on it. This offense has been it's been subpar this year. been ninth in the GMC. They're averaging 1.8 yards a carry and only 9.2 yards a catch. It's not something that you want to see. And if they're not able to move the ball when opportunities are given to them by the defense, you're not going to be able to win the game.
So it'll be a run to the right. Got him behind the line. Amin Garnett on the TFL.
Great job by Amin Garnett. I have class with Amin Garnett. Me and him talk all the time about football. He loves what he's doing. He's a phenomenal player. Not only is he a phenomenal player, he's a great person to be around. Last week he had that pick that set him up inside the 20, which was great.
This would be another handoff and another behind the sticks. The Comets starting to play determined on the defensive end. 2.5 minutes left. Henry Berry on this tackle. Hasn't had that much playing time this year, but takes the most of it right there. 3rd and 14 here. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. The Comets hanging on so far for the opportunities they've gotten.
Don't give up the big play. If you stop them, make them punt. Do not give up the big play.
3rd and 14 here. Birchall look, drop back to pass. Doesn't have anybody. And he'll be short. Great defensive job from the secondary of the Comets. Will force the Vikings to punt, and a great defensive possession there for the Comets.
And again, last week, Hamilton, they faked the punt 4 or 4.
Princeton bounce as the Comets will take over
About the 31.
about the 30-yard line. Some scores around the GMC earlier. Dakota West leads Middletown 10-0. As Anderson leads Kings 7-0. As Kings had a good year so far, Trevor. Kind of a rival for Mason, you could say. As Moeller now leads 14-7 in that game with 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. And Charlie, we said before, it was sold out early. And there's some star-studded players out there. St. X was actually called the #1 team in the state going into the year, and Moeller, of course, has athletes all over the field.
Yeah, Matt Ponatowski, the quarterback, dual sport athlete, also a pitcher for Moeller. Absolute demon on both the football field and on the baseball diamond.
Trevor, I'll tell you about that, though. Matt Ponatowski might be able to do it on the football field, but when it comes to the baseball field, he still hasn't got a hit against Michael Belo, and same with his entire team, as Belo, of course, got that no-hitter. As a little shout-out Comets. Of course, we are the state champions, first time ever for the baseball program. Had to put it out there.
I love bringing up the state championship from that baseball team. That baseball team was electric with guys like Jake Hanley and Michael Bulow, as you were saying. So football season now, best time around. Let's see what's going on, as it looks like maybe an injured ref. Don't really know what's going on out here.
Yeah, 1:20 left in this first quarter of play. As Princeton started off right out the gates. Start off 7-0. Dakota East and Fairfield still knotted up 0-0 in the first quarter play for them. As the referee will be walked off the field. Something you don't like to see there is there's a replacement on standby.
Always is. I think he kind of got ran into, and his knees kind of what's hurt, so he's walking gingerly off the field. But let's go ahead. We'll resume play with about a minute 22 remaining in the first quarter. Comets down 7-zip, but the defense last two drives after the touchdown, they got the interception to bring it to about the 30-yard line, and then they got the 3-and-out, resulting in the punt.
Kaiser Wilhelm is in at quarterback, as Ashton Schaaf has been the only guy that's been under center for this Comet team all year, and they felt like at week 5, 1-3 start. Comets definitely have athletes. Kaiser Wilhelm being one of the best. You interviewed him. He's very confident about his quarterback still, so we'll have to see right here.
Yeah, I loved the opportunity to talk to Kaiser today. Kaiser is just, again, a great person to be around, great person to talk to. He is confident in his quarterback play, and I think he will be good coming out. Give Ashton Schaaf some rest, especially because he's coming back from that concussion.
As the Comets have a second and manageable, and Coach Kastner will send his second timeout already with 38 seconds in this first quarter.
Fans, please pitch in and do your part. Keep our stadium tidy by placing your trash in the
As
receptacle
early in this game, Trevor, of course, Princeton, #1 in the GMC last year, were undefeated in the conference. Did end up losing to Lakota West at the end of the season. Heartbreaking loss for them, and the Comets have kind of been the middle of the pack team. A game that, I mean, if you ask around the league and the conference, everybody thinks Princeton's going to just knock the Comets off and get this easy win at home, but it feels like so far Comets haven't played their best football, but it's 7-0 with 38 to go in this first quarter, and the Comets have the ball.
How could people say that Princeton's going to roll over this team when they haven't seen this Comets defense? Comet defense has, again, now they have allowed a total of 61 points. Princeton's defense has allowed 60 this season. So they're just about even.
It's Wilhelm with Adesanya. He'll roll to the right. There'll be a screen to the other side. Almost intercepted in the hands of Jarrett. And that would have been almost a pick six, it looks like.
That would have been a pick six. I don't know if Kaiser Wilhelm could have tackled him.
It looked like there was pressure in the backfield, and it was kind of just a blind throw.
Again, you see Jarrett has offers from West Virginia and Toledo for football.
It's on this defense, middle. As they look down the field, Wilhelm with a good pass broken up. It will be Rosemond. As the Comets again with their 4th straight 3-and-out, haven't got a first down so far in this first quarter.
Again,
Wilhelm will stay on the field.
Yeah, again, something that cannot happen if you're wanting to be a successful team in this GMC. Look at teams like Coleraine and Sycamore this year. They just haven't been able to get any yardage.
Wilhelm with a nice punt there. Take an even bounce and then go the Comets' way. As Princeton will take it at about the 35-yard line.
The Vikings will take over the first down.
About 16 remaining in the first quarter. And, man, Comets offense has not been able to do anything so far. We'll see if they can get something rolling, maybe in the second quarter, be able to put up some points. This defense now has the chance to stall out this Viking offense again for the 3rd straight drive in a row.
As Birch and Hambrick will be in the backfield. There'll be a fake and throw and catch. Birch trying to get back on track after in the second part of this first quarter couldn't get anything going.
Great RPO action there from the Vikings. Bring the guy in motion, fake the handoff, zip it across the middle. Linebacker bit down there for the slant, was wide open.
As that will take it to the end of the first quarter here at Princeton High School. Princeton leads 7-0 here at the end of the first. Stay tuned for some second quarter action here on Mason Sports Radio for week 5 of GMC football. So we are back for second quarter action here at Princeton High School. Princeton leads the Comets 7-0. As Princeton will have it at midfield. My name's Isaac Vargo, along with Trevor. And Trevor, what have you seen so far from this Comets defense? They've performed very well in this second action of play.
Yeah, they have really been able to succeed when it comes to like getting pressure, not allowing the big play. Right there, the triple option got about 6 or 7, and running back was unable to keep hold of the ball too long. Maybe a questionable call, maybe a blindside block that should have been called, but
it's Jordan Fitzpatrick on the carry. It was his first of the day. We've seen that triple option work as Hambrick got in the end zone. This will be Birch on the RPO again. He's got speed. He'll take it to the outside and get his blockers. But there will be a flag on the field, and Trevor, you can only think it would be a hold on that outside. Referee had a great look at it, as looks like it'll be called back here.
Number 55, Cameron Hunter with the huge hit on the quarterback, D'Angelo Birch.
Sorry, there's a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play.
As a holding now, we'll set it back, so it'll be about second down and about 11.
Something the Comets need. They've done a great job. Probably been the better defense so far in this first quarter play, spilling into the second quarter. Had that interception. Preston Estoesta, the senior, has had kind of a quiet year at that safety position. Got his first interception there off D'Angelo Birch. We said D'Angelo Birch is a Mason transfer a couple years back. Decided Princeton would be the better option for him.
And so far, it looks like it has been the better option for him. He has offers now. He's been doing very well, too.
As Birch will look to throw, has a guy wide open, and it'll be the star-studded tight end, Landon Murray, running over defenders. As we said, he's got offers from huge schools, Oregon, Kentucky, Florida, Michigan, anything you can ask for, four-star junior.
Yeah, I don't know what really happened there from the Comets defense. It kind of just like left the middle of the field wide open, and it allowed the tight end to get right in there for the catch.
So Princeton will have it here at the 30 after the big play on second down. It'll be another triple option. It'll be Antonio Hunter, who had the 81-yard punt return last year against the Comets. He gets about 6 there.
Dean Garnett on the tackle on the edge, but again, now it's second down and 5. Vikings knocking on the door. Mason needs to find something here to stall out this drive. Maybe get a sack or force a holding penalty and push them back another 4 yards, 5 yards. maybe 10 yards.
Birch motions over Muri. This will be a handoff straight to Hunter, and he's got room to run, weaving in between tacklers. It'll be Wilhelm on the tackle. And it just feels like Princeton's kind of gotten back into their groove and are back into the red zone.
This defensive line hasn't really been able to get in and make cause havoc like they've been.
Another handoff. Comets trying to strip it away from Antonio Hunter. He'll be dragged down all the way to the 3-yard line. Princeton trying to go hurry up here.
Why wouldn't you try to hurry up? You have everything that's working. Just pound it in.
Handoff there. It's Hunter again. He reaches in, and it's a fumble and scooped up by Princeton. And it's a touchdown for the Vikings in a break.
Big boy touchdown. Kerry Williams, number 53, the offensive lineman, was able to hop on it. And again, as a former lineman, that's exactly what you like. Big boy touchdowns, obviously not in the direction that we would hope for the Comets, but still a good thing, a little thing for the game. Big boy touchdown.
You know, as an O-line, of course, that's your dream. You're probably going to have in your career less than 3 touchdowns ever at that. As the kick is up and through, and the favorites showing off why they were favorites in the first place. It's 14-0 here, 9:30 to go in this second quarter of play. And Trevor, Comets still haven't had a first down in this game. What are you thinking on this offense? How can they change things? Kaiser Wilhelm has been in at quarterback the last possession.
With Kaiser, you're going to have to find ways to create the option. I know it's probably not something that is in the Comets playbook, the option, but they're going to have to find a way to create an option play to allow Kaiser Wilhelm to get into the field, in the open field. Maybe Adesanya, give him a little break. You're using Adesanya so many times. Adesanya, looking at the stats, has like 75 plus carries so far this season, and that's not something that you want with your running back. You don't want to overwork him.
Kicking off will be number 19, Cole Kimball.
Cole Kimball will kick off for the 3rd time today. 14-0, Princeton Vikings. As Hamilton, a team that the Comets played last week, lead Oak Hills 7-0 the first quarter of play. And Moeller, now in the first quarter, leads 21-7 as it feels like it's just 28 points in the first quarter. We only had 7 here, but I mean, 2 teams that have best offense in the business.
Also, Dakota West up 17-zip on the first place Middies, who are 4-0 this season. They've been playing so well against every team, but they're down 17-0.
Trevor, what I will say is Middletown has faced Sycamore.
They played Sycamore, Oak Hills, and Colerain all ready to start the season. The rest of their slate is probably the hardest slate remaining in the GMC.
So what I'd say is, when you have all those teams that are a little weaker in the GMC and then Lakota West gets put right in your face, it might be that way. There's 87 degrees out there on the field. Feels like 91. So the nice breeze up here so far.
Still a hot night. Ashton Schaaf now back in.
Schaaf will hand off. Nothing doing for the Comets.
That room is by number 28, Birdsong.
This will be a 2nd and 10 here.
Tackle is made by number 7, Greg Williams, with help from number 17, Jamian Overson. It'll be 2nd down for the Comets.
See what they can do here. Ashton Schaaf now back in the game.
Gave Wilhelm a chance, and it's a drop snap. Schaaf will pick it up. So it'll be a 3rd and forever for the Comets. haven't had a first down, as we've said so far, and a recipe that you can't have if you want to beat maybe a top 5 team in the state.
And now 3rd and 18 off after the costly mistake. Probably a low snap here from the junior Joey Oscar, and looks like he will be subbed out for number 64, Alex Ork.
It is a 3rd and 18. Will the Comets take a shot? It'll be play action. Shafe has all the time in the world to throw, and will throw, and it's caught by Dunn. Will it be enough for the sticks? It looks like it. What will they mark him? And the Comets' first down comes on.
No, it will not.
Guess what? A shot down the field.
Wow, it's a 4th down. Now you have to take the gamble. Do you want to go for it here? I think if you're the Comets, you go for it here. Don't set out the punt unit. Give the ball to Adesanya. Put your big package in the game and run right through their defense.
A 4th and about 3 centimeters. As the Comets still looking for their first down, the biggest play. As Shafe drops the snap. Where will they mark him? And with the drop snap, the Comets will get the first down. As 2 drop snaps so far, very sloppy football, but it will work for the Comets as their first down comes, 7:18 left in the first half. And Trevor, when was the last time you saw a 17-yard attempt of a pass from Ashton Shafe? And he got great time there to throw, and you saw Brendan Dunn went up the ladder to get in. 4th down and got it to go.
I don't think, the thing is, I don't think I've seen a fumble snap go for a first down like that before.
As Shafe will look to pass, no one's open. As it's a face mask. Face mask call on Princeton.
Will it be? No,
everyone on the Comets sideline saw it.
Yeah, it is.
And it
Wow.
should be a 15-yard penalty. The Comets taking advantage of Princeton mistakes, trying to scratch their way down the field.
Second first down of the game there for the Comets on the penalty.
Hey, anything you can take. As you said, 9th in the GMC so far in total offense. Anything you can take to get down the field. Comets have only had 1 look on their side of the field, and it was on that interception. So right here, Trevor, all of a sudden, you get a touchdown or even a field goal here, it's still a manageable game. And it's in the offense for the Comets here. Shafe and Adesanya. Per usual, Adesanya fighting forward for about 3. A physical run there from the senior.
Tammy Adesanya, just again, go forward is the name of the game for Adesanya. Go forward, the power back. Yeah, he's the power back, but he can also have explosive plays. Look back at that Lebanon game last year. He had that one explosive play deep to get the Comets the lead. Sorry, and now we haven't seen that at all this year yet.
Honestly, hasn't been his type of year, and it looks like flag will be on the field, and it'll be a false start on the Comets. Something that you can't have. 6 minutes to go in this second half of play. It felt like a quick first half. Comets only down 14-0. Got a face mask call, 2nd and 12 here. End of the first quarter in the GMC. Lakota East leads Fairfield 14-3. So Lakota East, Trevor, of course they start 0-1 with like 1-9 last year, and then of course when they play Mason, have one of their best games of the season, and then ever since then, been a really good team to look for in the GMC. And right there, the sack in the backfield. In the backfield again It's felt like all year Schaaf hasn't had any time to operate.
Third down for the Comets.
Jamin Oliverson, the defensive tackle with the sack, and the Comets' offensive line just hasn't been given Schaaf any time. And we'll see if they can try to find something. And now it's 3rd down and 16, and we have 4:45 remaining in the first half.
Schaaf roll to his left. It'll be a fake to Adesanya. Knee was down in the backfield.
That was by number 5.
Looks like the Comets will
Tackle was made by number 10.
concede the drive and go with another punt.
4th down for the Comets.
Wilhelm will trot back out again. This time a good punt will pin Princeton back deep.
Punting for the
And we've
Comets.
seen Kaiser being able to pin it inside the 20, as the most pins inside the 20 in the GMC.
Kaiser a spinner, almost over the head. It's picked up. Speed, it's handbrick all the way down to the 30-yard line in a good punt. Better return.
The Vikings will take over 1st down.
Comets defense needs to do something here. Princeton was able to score last time on the triple option. Sorry, not the triple option, the handoff up the middle.
This will be Birch. That 3-man set again. Hunter in the backfield with there right up the middle. As it'll be Fitzpatrick. He had trouble with his first snap, but he gets it going there. It's about a 2nd and 5.
That was made by number 37, Brown. It'll be 2nd down.
Alex Brown with the tackle.
For the Vikings.
2nd and 4.
See if they can. Yeah, this defensive line hasn't been getting much of anything going across the line of scrimmage, to see if they can do something here.
Pass to Fitzpatrick again. He will get past the sticks. Just about 3 minutes to go in this second half of play. The Comets have kind of just been in a stalemate past pretty much this whole half. Princeton only leads 14-0, but it's felt like with this Comet offense and how we've seen all year, 14 might have to be that magic number at the end for Princeton if the Comets are going to have to win this game. As a fake will not work there, but a couple yards.
Number 2, Jordan Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick again.
Tackles made by number 90, Cravens. It'll be 2nd down for the Vikings.
Cravens on the tackle now, 2nd and about 10, 2:45 remaining. John Hendricks back in the game. Brian O also in the game for the Comets. Spread out set. See what they can do. Probably a pass here, if I'm going to be honest.
Birch looking to pass. Doesn't go down the field. Checks it down. A big play here for the Vikings. It will be Brown Freeman with the run, and another 1st down for Princeton.
Just no one covering the running back out of the backfield, and they've been doing that swing pass all night, and still yet no one has been able to get on him and cover him.
They can't. It's another triple option. Room to run for Fitzpatrick, and it feels like a little Army look for Princeton. There's been multiple triple option plays. Read options, of course, you have D'Angelo Birch, that's also a running threat. Creative mind from Coach Andre Parker. 1:30 to go. Birch will drop back and pass. Will look down the field and has a man wide open down the seam. It It will be Brown Freeman again. The Comets give up a big touchdown. It was 21-0 here with just about 1 minute and 30 to go.
Comets just let the middle of the field wide open. All the safeties went back. All the corners went away. Linebackers went up. They didn't cover their zone, and he was wide open in the middle of the field for the touchdown.
Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good. 1:30 to go in the second quarter. D'Angelo Birch, Mason transfer, getting his revenge on the Comets on his own turf.
Comets need to find something to do here. The offense has been very, very not great so far in this first half. The defense, they're tired because they're always on the field because the offense isn't able to do anything. Therefore, allowing Princeton to have these long, Princeton are going to have these long drives, score a touchdown. Comets go 3 and out. The defense is right back on the field. The defense won't be able to do anything if the Comets can't start the ball, moving the ball. If they can't start moving the ball, then the Comets defense is going to be wore out. By the end of the game, it will be 60 on that board. So far, the Comets winning the turnover battle too. They have the interception off of D'Angelo Birch, but nothing else able to happen for this. The Comets offense isn't able to move the ball.
Westa will bring it out. Brennan Dunn to the 15-yard line. Comets will have to go. You think about 60 yards in a minute 22 to even get in field goal range. Comets have had two first downs, one of them being on a face mask, the other being on a muffed quarterback sneak attempt on 4th and 1.
A muffed snap was able to lead for a first down, and the Comets, they need to find something going for them good. They have not been able to find anything going good on the offensive side of the ball.
Schaaf has time to throw this time, and over the head of Kastner will be shoving the back from Princeton. Intended for Kastner, but in the lap of Ethan Jordan. Comets.
The flag is against the Vikings. Pass interference against the Vikings.
Pass interference on
For another first down.
the Vikings. Comets will get another first down here on a penalty. It's the black hole over there making some noise. They're a camo theme. Shout out to Coach Crociati. He's done a great job with the other black hole leaders of getting this big school to support these sports programs. Schaaf back to pass, will throw deep and just directly in the hands of the safety, not looking to see a safety, just trying to throw it up to Brennan Dunn.
That pass was intercepted.
Interception by Andrew Wells, the junior DB. And Trevor, just feels like the Comets looking for anything on offense.
He overthrew the ball to Brandon Dunn, and it went right to the Princeton safety, and the Princeton safety able to bring it back up to about the 40-ish, 45-yard line. Looks like, the 32-yard line, and now Princeton has a chance to put another touchdown on the board with a minute left in the first half.
Shades of on this field last year against Moeller. Shades of that look so far in this first half of play. 21-0, 1 minute to go and a half. Princeton has the ball on Mason's 32-yard line. Birch will look back to pass, has a man wide open in the middle of the field. And Trevor, as you noted, this defense is on the field almost 40 minutes of the game, and you just can't have that with such guys on this offense for Princeton that are just so explosive on the offensive end.
And again, what I've seen, they just haven't been able to do anything with keeping the middle of the field. The middle of the field's been open the entire game.
Birch gets lit up. Comets got in the backfield, brought the house there.
It was a screen pass. It was a screen pass, and they came in buzzing real fast. That was number 55 initially, Cameron Hunter, the senior, immediately there and wrapped up by literally the entirety of this Mason Commons defensive line.
And it almost looked like Birch was gonna get free there, and that would be quite the scene. Around 7 Comets near Birch. 33 seconds left as Moore leads St. X 28-21 in this second quarter of play. That has been a shootout as expected. Rivals in Cincinnati, one of the 2 best teams in the state, clashing. Lakota West destroying Middletown in this first half of play. It's 27-0 on Middletown's home turf. They're starting to get exposed while they're playing the good teams.
They're going to have to cover the middle of the field. They'll probably try to take another shot in the middle of the field.
Birch drops back to pass, has all day again. Will drop it off to Freeman. Freeman getting chased down by Davis.
The defensive line getting pressure. Guys like Brian O, Nick Cravens, and Jonathan Hendricks were in on the tackle for the Comets. Now about 3rd down and 19.
Hamilton leads Hamilton leads Oak Hills 14-0 in that GMC matchup. Hamilton squeaked one out against the Comets last week. Oak Hills, of course, haven't had the season they've hoped for. So here at the 25, Birch will drop back and look deep. It's a one-on-one, and Amin Garnett. Great defense on Landon Murray, their top receiver.
On the quarterback, D'Angelo Birch. Now, Comets will go ahead and line up for, the Vikings will go ahead and line up for a field goal here. It's at the 25, so about a 33-yard field goal.
D'Angelo Birch kind of grimacing. Going for the snap here. Snap is good. Kick is good as well. So we said Princeton got the game-winning field goal against Lakota East last week. It's 24-0 in this first half of play. 11 seconds to go.
The Comets after this kickoff, they'll probably go ahead and take a knee, take it to halftime with 11 seconds remaining. Take a knee, go to halftime. They kicked the ball away to Princeton to start the second half. And if you're Coach Kastner, Isaac, what are you trying to say to this offense?
I'd say, as you said, take it into the half, knee it, don't do anything crazy, as it hasn't been in their favor. And I'd just say, we've talked about all year, Comets have to be creative. There's a lot of guys on this Princeton defense that are faster, bigger, stronger than this Mason Comet team. They just have to be creative, different looks. Try that triple option out, do a jet sweep. Have Kaiser maybe a double pass, anything to get this offense going, because right now it's the same thing every time. It's a run up the middle or it's a rollout to the right, and it just feels like you can't keep that up all year long because teams are going to start scouting that, and they know it's going to come every single play.
Yeah, and that's something that the Comets need to do. They need to implement something else. They've been doing halfback dive, counter, sprint out. We called that sprite line last year. We did a lot of sprint out right, sprint out left.
Kastner talking to his team. They'll head out. 3 first downs in this first half of play. Safe. Without Adesanya, it looks like the Comets will knee it and take it to the half. Princeton leads the Mason Comets 24-0 on their home turf here in week 5 in the GMC. Stay tuned for some second half action here on Mason Sports Radio.
welcome back here to Princeton High School as the Comets will go ahead and kick the ball off to Princeton to start the second half. Princeton will go ahead and start the second half with the kickoff, with the ball. See what they can do here. I'm Trevor Rose here with Isaac Vargo. Isaac, what can we hear? What can we say about this first half for the Comets?
Yeah, it's been all Princeton so far. They've passed the ball superb. Their defense has been amazing, and the Comets, they got that turnover early in the game in the first quarter. Preston Esther West, the senior guy on the board with his first interception against D'Angelo Birch, but at the end of the day, the Comets just haven't got anything going on offense. They're down 24-0. They're going to give the ball to Princeton. Unless we see some trickery here, Trevor, Coach Castor has been known to do a couple crazy things to start.
Yeah, I don't think they will do trickery stuff, but there we go. They'll kick it away. And be a touchback for Princeton, and back out number 18, D'Angelo Birch, the quarterback for the Princeton Vikings in the first half. Birch, 11 for 13, a pick thrown, and 130 yards. And then this Princeton Vikings rushing attack also doing very good, 130 total rushing yards so far. Go ahead and running back in the backfield, two wide receivers to the top of the formation, one to the bottom, in motion, handoff, be up the middle, and he'll keep going, and he'll get about 8 or 9 on the first down carry, making it about 2nd and 1.
Yeah, so Princeton, they're first in the GMC this year. They won the GMC last year, and the reason being they're always ahead of schedule. Getting that 9-yard run to start off is huge for them. Birch drops back, has a man in the middle of the field, and he has got room to run to about the 50-yard line. Shelvin Hibbett.
First down now for the Princeton Vikings. And let's go ahead and say some first half action for some of these teams over at halftime. Coleraine and Sycamore knotted at 7. That game definitely kind of fun to watch if you're in the GMC.
I'm not going to lie, as a Mason fan, it can't get worse.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely can get worse. As the pitch to number 3, Ty Hunter, will go for about 6 or 7 yards. So, sorry, 8 yards. Be 2nd and 2 now.
Moore leads St. X 35-24 early in the third quarter, which, Trevor, stake me if I'm wrong, that's a lot of points when it comes to football.
That is a lot of points. It was 35-24 at half, and man, that's a lot. And the penalty marker will be thrown. I can already tell you, illegal shift, two players in motion for Princeton, pushing back 5 yards.
Against the Vikings, illegal shift against the Vikings.
5 back for the comment. 5 back for the Vikings. Sorry, and now it'll be 2nd down and about 7. Dakota West up 34-0 on Middletown. Middletown was the number 1 team in the GMC, but now getting killed by West.
Birch fakes the handoff, will find a man in the middle of the field, and he's got room to run. huge explosive play for the Princeton Vikings, and he's knocked out by Wilhelm at the 1 yard line. It will be Antonio Hunter, a ginormous play.
Yeah, and they're going to go ahead and hurry up. And touchdown. And a penalty for taunting. It looks like number 0 will go ahead and walk right over the Comet defender. 15-yard penalty called on Princeton. Taunting penalty. Touchdown will still count, but the penalty will be enforced on the kickoff on the 15-yard penalty. Taunting penalty called.
Flag after the play is against the Viking. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Sportsmanlike conduct on the Vikings. Letting the Comets know.
He stepped over the player after he got in the end zone. That's something you can't do. Like, that's something that you cannot do if you're Princeton. That's costly now.
Move back. They kick about 10, 15 yards. Touchdown will stand.
Yeah, it will be enforced on the kickoff. But again, the Comets offense, they need to be able to find an answer now, pending the extra point. About 31 zip for the Princeton Vikings.
As it's a lot of the same story, Trevor.
Missed it. Missed the extra point.
I spoke a little too soon. And the kick I didn't think was really possible of missing, he missed. 30-0 is your score. 9:46 to go in this third quarter of play. Comets will get their first drive of the second half.
Yeah, first missed extra point here for that kicker this entire season. But let's see what the Comets should have good field position with the 15 yards on the kickoff, pushing them back 15 yards. Now they have to kick the ball from around the 25, 30-yard line. So they should get the ball at maybe the 30-yard line. Maybe try to get going. They need to find something here. The offense needs to find their spark. They need to spark something. Even if you can find a momentum thing that you can bring into practice so you can fix on it and work on it for this week to just make everything crisp. As now,
moving back on the unsportsmanlike conduct. As quick shout out to some of my family watching from Anchorage, Alaska. Far away, you could say. A couple family members from Colorado as well watching, so we appreciate the tune in. Also, well wishes to my grandma for recovering on her fall. Hope that watching football is recover it.
Now the Comets offense will come out for their first drive of the second half, down 30. They get the ball at the 35-yard line to start. First and 10, 9-10 remaining left in the third quarter. Schaaf, shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the formation. The snap, hand off to Adesanya. Adesanya will maybe get 3, maybe 4 yards, make it 3. Second down and 7 now. In the first half, Adesanya rushed for only 10 yards on 5 carries. Put him at 6 carries for 12 yards now, as it will be marked second down and 8.
So Comets, 8:30 to go in this third quarter. Comets trying to get their first possession in as a field goal or touchdown. It will be a handoff to Temi Adesanya. It won't go anywhere. It'll be another 3rd and long for the Comets.
Maybe get about a yard, maybe a couple inches there. It will be 3rd and 7. Now, Shelvon Hibbett with the tackle. 3rd and 7 now for the Comets. They've ran 2 straight run plays, 2 straight draws. And let's see what they can do here. Shafe under pressure, the throw, and it's incomplete to the sideline. 3 and out for the Comets, and the punt will be pending.
4th down for the Comets.
It's Coleraine and Sycamore still tied 7-up. Hamilton's blown it open 28-0 against Oak Hills. The only win for Mason so far being Oak Hills. So Wilhelm will launch it away. It's not a good one. Hitting the backfield, gets a Comet bounce to about the 30-yard line where it'll be downed. We'll see if the Comets give D'Angelo Birch a chance or if they'll go with their backup. Birch will stay out there.
One thing that the Comets defense has not been able to do is stop the passing from the middle of the field. They need to be able to have someone in the middle of the field to stop the passes that are happening from the middle of the field. Isaac, it's been all night with the middle of the field passes. They need to find something to do here. What do you think they should do?
Yeah, I think we talked about it earlier with the Comets. If they bring too much pressure, Princeton has so many athletes out there, but it feels like at this point in time you got to rely on your guys in the secondary, maybe drop them back a little. You got to bring some pressure on D'Angelo Birch. They've had a couple times as the backup will be in the game for Princeton. It'll be another ball, and it's dropped on the ground, picked up by Preston Estewesta. His second turnover caused as the triple option goes wrong. The first play from the backup, Dean Pickens Jr., the sophomore, goes wrong, and the Comets have a good look here inside the 30-yard line. See what the Comets can do with it. They've had one turnover before, is from Preston Estewesta again, but didn't execute with any points on the board there. We'll see if the Comets can get going here.
Comets' best field, second best field position, in my opinion, that they started with today on the turnover caused by Preston Estewesta. Let's see if they can capitalize here. Maybe get 3 points on the board as Kaiser Wilhelm will line up in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Fake handoff. Kaiser makes one man miss, cut back, and will not make the other miss. So he'll lose about 2 yards, so now it'll be 2nd and 12 now.
Tackled by number 8, Paul Wilson.
The Comets trying to get different looks out there, seeing what's working, what's not for next week's matchup. It's the homecoming week for the Comets. They'll be at home in action against Fairfield Indians, and a team they've had a lot of success with in the last couple of years.
Last year, I felt the success for this team turned around at that Fairfield game, so let's see if they can do that again as same formation. Birdsong also in the backfield. Wilhelm, catch, roll out, throw, incomplete, and hit.
Catcher number 16.
Wilhelm just got laid out there on 2nd down.
It'll be 3rd down.
Holding onto the ball a little too long was a good spiral. Couldn't get it in the arms of anybody.
CJ Castor also hit as the ball went away from him. Now 3rd and 13 here for the Comets with probably their best field position they started with today at the 28-yard line now.
The last score update I saw,
Wilhelm breaks the huddle. Going wide receiver to the bottom of the screen. That's done. Ethan Jordan, CJ Castner, and Preston Estoesta to the top of the formation. Temi Adesanya behind. Turn around. Handoff. Adesanya. Adesanya. There he goes. Revving. And he'll get to about the 23. Probably the best run that we've seen today for the Comets. Now inside to the 23-yard line. So that will be about 4th and 8 now.
Comets are in field goal possession, but Coach Kastner offering to go for it here. It's an update. The Kings Knights are down to losing to Anderson Raptors 28-0. And quite an upset, you could say, as Anderson's a really solid team, but Kings we've seen the last couple of years have been pretty dominant in that D2 division as Wilhelm looks to pass a little to the right of CJ Kastner, as that will be another turnover on downs for the Comets. 2:44 to go. Running clock here at Princeton High School in week 5.
Don't know if I want to be the Ironman with that trip. Ross is Western Hamilton County. That's it. What?
2:25 remaining running clock here in the second half.
Jackson is southeastern Ohio. We're talking towards Marietta. Man, imagine that bus trip.
As D'Lo Bursch will go ahead and line up backing quarterback for the Comets. Oh, sorry, not the Comets, the Vikings. My apologies.
You would wish if you're a Comet fan.
Oh, I wish pretty badly right now. Probably be the other way around on the scoreboard.
It looks like
maybe a
Coach-
closer game.
Coach Andre Parker didn't like what he saw with that fumble, went back with D'Angelo Birch. Could be a costly mistake if D'Angelo Birch does get hurt. 30-0 game, seems like you could hold on to it.
The thing is, I don't think that last play was on the quarterback. I think that was more on the
I agree,
running back
yeah.
for not catching the ball.
Birch looking back to pass, has all day, will try the one-on-one, and it is caught. By number 16, Ryan O'Brien. On Kaiser Wilhelm, 16-on-16 matchup. Won by Princeton, as most matchups have today.
Pitch back inside. There he goes, racing to about the 21-yard line. The big tight end.
Landon Murray, again, just a stud when it comes to being a tight end. Definitely a guy they can look at. Has the size, definitely has the speed, has the hands. Angelo Birch had that interception early in the first quarter, but ever since he's been pretty locked down here for the Princeton Vikings. Only had 88 passing yards last week against Lakota East. He'll look back to pass here. Sidearm, find, and be dragged up by Brown Freeman.
Cale Jordan on the tackle for the Comets. Tick, 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 and tick away at the clock, and that will be the end of the third quarter. Entering the fourth quarter, 12 minutes remaining here in this matchup against GMC opponents. Vikings up 30-0. We'll go ahead and send it to a quick break. We will be back with more Comets action. We're back with some fourth quarter action. Shotgun snap, play action. Looking deep. Ball gets away,
There's a flag on the play.
but a flag down. What's it going to be? Holding on the offense.
Against the Vikings, holding against the Vikings.
Looks like it will be declined.
Thomas did a great job getting pressure there on that play on D'Angelo Birch. First time he's really been taken down in the backfield. Got it away, though, with his athleticism.
Guess who it was? Noah Dowers in there. Again, he's kind of been quiet all night, but was actually able to find something on the tackle. So we're just updated 353 total yards of offense for the Princeton Vikings and 46 for the Comets.
Sounds like a 30-0 game if you ask me, Trevor. It's just which team wants it more and which team's willing to go get it. And it's felt like all day that Princeton, the Comets going into this game, you could argue they wanted it more, but it's all about execution. It's all about getting the job done when tasked to, and in this game, Comets haven't been able to. We are on a running clock, 10 minutes to go in the game.
Averaging about 0.6 yards a carry right now for the Comets. 19 attempts for 11 yards. 10 minutes remaining. Shotgun snap. Birch looking deep. And it's caught. Intercepted by Wilhelm. His third of the season. And the Comets' third turnover this game. But again, no points to show for the turnovers. That's a big stat that I personally look at. What do you do when you are given your turnovers? Are you putting points on the board or not?
I mean, Trevor, what a grab from Kaiser Wilhelm. He kind of got pushed down, a little miscommunication. Birch thought he could get it one-on-one. He already won the first matchup with Wilhelm, but Wilhelm is first in the GMC in interceptions, and he'll add it there.
Yeah, I mean, either way, if he didn't catch that ball, it would have been a call, pass interference, and brought back. But now let's see if the Comets can do something. They need to get out of the end zone. Looks like Schaaf will be at quarterback.
Something to note, Trevor, D'Angelo Birch only has one interception on the season, and here he has two against this Comet defense. It's kind of came in a game, in a time in the game where it's kind of the end of the game. Doesn't really matter, but at the end of the day, Comets showed that this defense is one of the top 5 in the GMC. It's just this offense hasn't figured it out so far through 5 weeks to get any wins on the board.
Schaaf to McDaniel. McDaniel met immediately.
McDaniel had a nice run there on the last play, but
the first down carry.
Couldn't get it to going.
We are now at 21 carries for about 21 yards now for the Comets. Averaging about 1 yard a carry now for the Comets.
8 minutes to go in the game. As we said, we are on a running clock. Comets. Another handoff. McDaniel will get about 1.
The run was by number 25, McDaniel. Tackle made by number 28, Elijah Waller.
As of course, this weekend we got Friday Night Lights, of course, today. Tomorrow we got some college football. Then, of course, on Sunday we got NFL. And Trevor, talk about how your Cincinnati Bengals have just lowered the expectations every year, it feels like, watching.
Well, I could say the same about your Denver Broncos with Bo Nix.
We haven't had really any expectations since Peyton Manning has been on the Monday night show with his brother Eli.
Yep, and looks like it will be a pass interference called on Princeton, so we'll go ahead and be another first down for the Comets on penalties. Let's go ahead and take some looks at some scores around the tri-state area, the Cincinnati area. Moeller up 42-24 now on St. X. And then also, it looks like Hamilton will be up 28-0 on Oak Hills.
Nice run there for the Comets.
And Asanya getting a great carry now. 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Tackle made by number 21, Javian Jackson.
That's Trevor we
It
saw
is second down for the
a
Comets.
couple days back. Might have even been yesterday. Shohei Ohtani in the baseball game. The Reds, of course, just got eliminated, but Shohei Ohtani getting that 50 home runs, 50 steal mark for the first time in MLB history. Something to watch out for. MLB playoffs starting soon.
Love baseball playoffs. Schaaf looking downfield. The throw. CJ Castro catches it. There he goes, rushing inside the 10. 5 down to the 3-yard line. Some life shown from the Comets. 5 minutes 20 remaining down at the 3-yard line. Comets looking to put some points on the board here. Kind of a momentum, kind of a good thing to end the game on. Maybe some points. 5:08 remaining in the game. And again, we'll go ahead, continue updating some scores around the league. The Coleraine Cardinals and Sycamore Aviators knotted at 7 entering the third quarter. Lakota West bringing it to Middletown 41-7.
As Trevor there, Comets took a chance, and it paid off. And no one better than CJ Castro.
That run was by number 5.
Noah Dowers with the touchdown. The ball was fumbled by Adesanya, picked up by Dowers for the touchdown.
That's the second time we've seen that.
That's the second time today that we've seen that. Wow, touchdown Comets.
One from Princeton. The big boy on offense got the touchdown. And then on the other side, Noah Dowers, kind of a defensive guy, he gets in the end zone. And how about that? Noah Dowers,
If there's a fumble in the
been
end zone,
kind of a captain on this defense.
gives the Comets a
And
touchdown.
he gets in the end zone. That's good to see. 4 minutes and 30 to go left. Gogol will be on the field for the first time for the extra point.
False start called.
False start.
False start called on, looks like
Play.
Noah Reed or Alex Brown.
False start against the Comets.
Go ahead, update. Lakota East 35, Fairfield 10 at half.
Lakota East has really turned it on the
Absolutely.
last 4 weeks or so. We saw Lakota East, we kind of jokingly said they might be the best 1-9 team we've ever seen last year. But this year, they've been maybe top 3 team in the GMC. You could say Princeton won Lakota West 2 and Lakota East 3 this year, as Hamilton hasn't had their greatest season ever. Same with Middletown. But some surprising stuff on Lakota East.
It's up and good.
Extra point is good by number 86.
So the Comets narrow the lead down to 23 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the game, 30-7, and they will go ahead and kick the ball back to Princeton. Hopefully, see if they can get an arc turnover. That drive went 98 yards, and they were able to score a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, in a game that in the fourth quarter and kind of in the second half, you knew really wasn't going to go your way at the end of the day. On the road, it's a tough atmosphere, but to have that 98-yard drive to end things off is something you can look for at practice. There's some positive that can come out of a game like this, and of course, playing a team like this magnitude, you start to learn things. You start to maybe the Comets try out this triple option that they've seen from Princeton. It's the only team we've seen it from. It's clearly worked out for them, and the Comets haven't really had their run up the middle work or any other run. So we'll see if the Comets maybe try that triple option that we've seen D'Angelo Birch and that offense operate. Comets will look like they go for the onside kick. Coach Kastner not giving up here. Really good kick, and it's picked up by the Comets. Alex Brown scoops it up. And so the Comets having a little bit of fun here. Max Gogol with maybe one of the greatest onside kicks I've seen in a very long time. Gets it over the head of the Vikings, and all of a sudden, Trevor, the Comets get in the end zone here with 4:20 left. It doesn't look all bad.
There is a chance. This Comet team only down 3 possessions, though, with 4.5 minutes left in the game at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Comets.
Momentum shifter there for the Comets. They'll have the ball in plus territory. 4:30 to go. I believe it will be a running clock as well. CJ Kastner had that big play for the Comets. We'll see if they go to him. There'll be a screen to the right side. Locked up, nothing there, and they will call
Like a holding call.
a holding on CJ Kastner. Refs will
The flag is against the Comets. Chop block against the
shot
Comets.
block on
Gotta push
CJ
him back.
Kastner.
Still 1st down.
Kastner doesn't like it. As Trevor, we've seen, you could say, almost 2 shots from the Comets today. That 16-yard catch from Brendan Dunn early in that 2nd quarter. Where it was 3rd and 17. We were kind of like, are they going to run in, just concede, and get the punt? And then they got that 16-yard play, and they ended up getting that 4th down. Then we saw C.J. Kastner there with the 50-yard play earlier last drive. And that's really been the biggest plays, you could maybe say, of the Comets season. But it all comes up front, Trevor, because it feels like when Ashton Chafe has got time,
2nd down for
I think
good things have happened.
I think Shafe has had good time today in the pocket. It's just like sometimes wasn't able to connect with his targets. The first down play, the original play, was to number 88, Jamian Martin, the sophomore, for the Comets. Now 3:40 remaining in the game. Comets back at the 47-yard line. Will be
Jamian Martin, he's coming off injury. He's one of the, you could say, the fastest kids at this school. You talk about track, that 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash. Not surprised to see that screen call called up to him.
Paul Nelson.
now it will be
3rd down for the
3rd and about 15-ish yards to go for the Comets.
3rd and Texas. 3rd and 16. Will the Comets take a shot? Temi Adesanya with Ashton Chafe. Chafe will look back, has no time. Will slide down to the ground.
sacked by number 10.
2:40 to go on a running clock. You would think,
4th down for the Comets.
knowing Coach Kastner, probably go for this, even though it is a 4th and 30 or so.
4th in California. Yeah, the Comets with 2:20. They will go ahead and send out the punt unit with Kaiser Wilhelm and just punt the ball away. Don't let them score again. Just have something to ride on heading into next week.
Wilhelm has been a great punter this year for the Comets. False start on the Comets, so scoot it back just a bit.
Delay game.
Delay.
The flag is against the Comets. A delay of game against the Comets. That'll push him back soon. Still 4th down.
Yep.
Milford now trailing the West Claremont 35-14.
punt is lifted away to about the 25.
Punt goes out of bounds. The Vikings will take over. First down.
Minute 52 remaining. First down at the 26-yard line for the Princeton Vikings. 30-7 is the score for the Vikings. As it looks like the backups will be in for the Vikings. Number 84 for Princeton in at quarterback.
Handoff here will go for about 2 as we head under 2 minutes in that running clock.
14, Andre Adams.
Comets, they ended off on a good note. They've had 2 interceptions today, 1 fumble recovery, and 1 fumble recovery actually is a touchdown.
Minute 15 remaining in the game. 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line for the Vikings.
Back up in the game, a sophomore.
That run was by number 36, Quantez Campbell. That was made by number 45,
Brian O on the tackle.
45 seconds remaining in the game.
Third down for the Vikings.
As of course, you got the homecoming game next week. Probably one of the biggest games when it comes to getting a win any way possible. At home, of course, on that Saturday night, Mesa will be having their homecoming. As we said before, Fairfield Indians will be coming into town. It'll be an exciting game. See if the Comets can change their fortunes.
Juan Bates with the tackle, and that will go ahead and end the game. Clock ticks away, and the Vikings will win the game. 30-7 is the final score for the Comets and the Princeton Vikings. This was Trevor Rose here with Isaac Vargo, Daniel Panetti behind the scenes doing some computer work, Braden West and Trent Moran doing some camera work. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week with some more